Hey everybody, it's Trucker Chad here, coming to you for Driver Solutions. Hey everybody, this is Trucker Chad. I am waiting for my clock to reset. I got a load finally, but I only have a couple more hours till I have a 34-hour reset in, so I figured, hey, I might as well just hang out and let that clock reset, get a fresh 70. I don't have to worry about running out of hours before I head home next week. Sitting here in the Irving yard, the Pam yard in Irving, Texas, and it's a nice, cool, cloudy day. Should be a pretty drive headed to Georgia. Wanted to talk to the new drivers out there that are they've already applied. They're about to start their CDL school, or they've already started, and I get messages from people that are kind of nervous and worried about training. They're nervous about meeting a trainer that they may not get along well with, or that might yell at them or something. I mean, these things happen, unfortunately. People train different ways, and sometimes people do yell. When it comes to getting along with your trainer, hopefully you get somebody that's awesome, has a great attitude. They're a good trainer, they're a good teacher and a good coach, and they're gonna teach you everything you need to know to get started. We can't teach you everything, it's impossible, but they'll give you enough of a head start to where once you get on your own, you can feel pretty confident about doing the basic aspects of the job. As I tell everybody, the real school begins when you get out there on your own, and it's the first 3 months, and you're just running, and you're doing things and learning the process of how this works, and learning how freight moves, and you're just kind of figuring it out. That's when the real schooling starts. I've told people before that the CDL school gives you enough knowledge to get started, enough to get your CDL, your time with the trainer that helps sharpen and hone your skills, gives you a little bit more knowledge to where you can operate the Qualcomm, and you know how to send messages, and you know how to greet customers, and the process to get a load picked up and delivered. But again, the real schooling starts the first 3 months when you're out there just doing it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have issues that come up and moments of stress and anxiety, but use those as teachable moments, learning moments. If you make a small mistake, just use it as something to learn from and gain knowledge from and gain wisdom. As always, you got to be extra careful and diligent when you're backing up. Always get out and look. Always take wide turns so you don't clip anything with your trailer. But with that said, and myself and Trucker Wayne and the other drivers that do these videos, we've said, you're going to be nervous getting into the training part of it. It's normal to be nervous. It's normal to be a little apprehensive about meeting a new guy or girl that you're going to be living with for 2 or 3 weeks on their truck. Somebody you've never met before that's, maybe they have a little bit of a personality flaw, that they're short-tempered or whatever. These things are normal, and not everybody's like that, but it can happen. The best thing I can tell somebody is just focus on the short term. It's only a couple of weeks. You'll get through it. Just learn as much as you can, and once you get done with that training, if you're with Pam, on average it's 14 days, 80 driving hours. Sometimes it's a little more. Other companies like Swift, I think it's a couple more, maybe 3 to 4 weeks. It just depends on what company you're with, but it's only a short-term situation. It's only a few weeks. Just get through it. Be patient. Try to figure out how that trainer does things by observing that person, and then always ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and it's okay to be nervous, but it's only a short amount of time, and then you're out there on the road doing it on your own. There's a lot of great trainers out there that are really patient and go out of their way to teach and coach these new drivers. And unfortunately, we have some that may not have the most patience. They might still be a good trainer, but they might be short-tempered, or they may have a tendency to yell a little bit. Unfortunately, not everybody's going to be perfect, and that's just the way it goes. But just get through it. Don't try to switch trainers just because, you know, they may be a little cranky sometimes, you know. Switching trainers only makes the process take longer. It delays you. I had a driver message me about he only had 3 or 4 days left, and the trainer he had was kind of a grouchy guy, and you know, wasn't the easiest person to get along with. And I asked him, I was like, well, how far along are you? He's like, well, I'm on day 11. I already have like 70 driving hours. And I told him, look, it's only going to be 3 more days, then you're off the truck, and you don't ever have to deal with that person ever again. There's other people you can lean on to ask questions. Just get through it, get it over with. If you were to stop your training and request for a different trainer, they're going to put you in a hotel, and then you're going to sit for a few days to a week or so just to get a couple more days in. So unless the situation's really bad, the person's just downright abusive, you know, verbally or however, I mean, that might be a different situation. But you know, not everybody's a neat freak and a clean freak. Some guys are a little dirtier and a little messier. I know some of us like to have things that are, there's a fly flying around me. Wonderful. It's cold outside. I don't know how that happened, but anyways, you know, just get through it. That's the whole point of this. It's okay to be nervous, a little apprehensive. Sometimes some people don't warm up to people right away. Just be patient. You'll get through it, and then you'll be done with it. And then, you know, hopefully you get a trainer that's awesome. Hopefully you get to train with Trucker Chad. But if not, there's a lot of people like myself out here that are good teachers and good mentors. And also, if you're getting to the point where you're eligible to become a mentor, you know, we need good quality mentors at PAM and at other companies. We need people that aren't just using these drivers for miles, that they're actually teaching them and coaching them through their learning process and helping them get the best start in their career. So, you know, if you have the patience and you like to teach people and you like to show people how things are done, and if you're like myself, there's so many drivers that have bad habits out there. If I can help a few people not develop those bad habits that upset myself, then, you know, I try to coach them like that as well. So anyways, the whole point of this video really is just for you to, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be a little apprehensive. It's a, you know, you're meeting somebody new, you're living on their truck for a few weeks, and I can understand how that's a little scary, and I felt the same way. My trainer was John Lemons. The guy was amazing. He's a friend of mine. We still talk to this day, and he's still training for PAM. You know, as always, your attitude has a lot to do with your success in anything in life, especially in trucking. It's easy to get a really poor attitude and let that affect how you perform. So always try your best to have a great attitude and be positive. As always, be sure to go like Trucker Chad on Facebook. Look for me in the Driver Solutions Facebook group as well. I'm always in there. Message me if you have any questions. And good luck to all the new drivers and new students and everybody else that's on the road. Y'all be safe and take care.